Students, in chapter number 1, real numbers, the topic which we will discuss today is decimal expansion of real numbers. Now, the decimal expansion means after the decimal point, what are the nature of digits, or we can say that after the decimal point, how the digits expands. Now, we know that the decimal expansion are of two types. The first is terminating and the second is non-terminating. Non-terminating are of two types, recurring and non-recurring. Students, you have to learn this concept that in case of non-terminating, you have to specify whether it is recurring or non-recurring. Now we will see one by one these decimal type of decimal expansions. First is terminating. You can see in these example that I have written 0.5 and 0.375. In first case, we have exactly one digit after the decimal point, and here we have exactly three digits. Means after the decimal point, if we have countable number of digits, then we can say that which type of decimal expansion it has, terminating decimal expansion. Now in the next example, non-terminating reoccurring, I have written two examples here, 1.272727 and so on. Now you can see, you can observe in this number that after the decimal point there are some digits, but since there are dots, these dots represent, or these dots symbolizes non-terminating, means that digits will continue go on in this way. Here the digits will not stop here only, means there are uncountable digits in this case. So we can rewrite this number in this form also, since the block of digits, there are two digits after the decimal point which is continuously repeating. So we can write in bar form, which is called repeating, which is called reoccurring form. So 1.27 bar. In the second example, we have 0.3848484 and so on. This so on, these dots represent so on. So here we can see after the decimal point there is a digit 3 which is not repeating, but then after this 8484 is continuously repeating. So this is an example of a non-terminating reoccurring which can rewrite in this form 0.384 bar. So this is an example of non-terminating recurring, and an example of a non-terminating non-reoccurring is root 2. The value is 1.414213564 and so on. Now this so on symbolizes again non-terminating, and since after the decimal point there is no block of digit which is repeating, or we can say that there is no pattern after the decimal point. You can see the digits are definitely they are repeating, like this 4 is repeating, 2 is repeating, but none of the digits, they are following some particular pattern as we have seen in these cases. So we cannot write this number in bar form. Fine. So these are the decimal expansion of any number. So what we have learned about real numbers, that real numbers are the combination of rational numbers and irrational numbers. And in class 9th we have learned rational numbers has two type of decimal expansion. Either it is terminating or non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. And in irrational number, we have only one type of decimal expansion, that is non-terminating, non-reoccurring. I hope you got this, you understood this, the decimal expansion